What's up YouTube? It's your boy Tony Swedberg, and this video is car sales training, and we are going to talk about holding gross. I'm going to leave that for the end of the video, so if you guys are interested, stay till the end. Quick tip before I get into these comments I'm going to answer. Did you guys know that if someone buys let's say somebody comes in, they buy a $25,000 car, okay? And the manager gives you the pencil, their payment's $450 a month, no money down whatsoever, and you concentrate them on payment. Let's say you close them at $390 a month with zero down. You took $60 off the payment. Well, if your manager penciled the deal on the payments at 9% in their 700 credit score, and he just put them at 9%, and they can get bought at 4%, that percentage right there, they can be at $390 a month. He won't even have to change the out the door number. All he has to do is drop the interest rate to what the buy rate is through the bank, and you lost no gross. That is one of the tips I'm gonna give you today. That is something that you have to take in mind. That is the reason why you keep people on payment. Once you close them, he lowers down the rate and you don't lose any gross. So enjoy the video. First one, I'm answering 3 comments today. First one is coming from Rudy. He's asking if he gets a lead or somebody calls in, a phone up maybe, and they're asking, hey, I'm looking for this car, I want this, and this, all these different features, and you don't have the car, not even close. What I would do is I wouldn't tell them we don't have the car, but I would write down every single feature they're looking for, come up exactly with what package that is, if it's a new or pre-owned car, and then I would locate it online or go to that manager. Every dealership has a certain manager that really locates cars. They're good at it. They know people at dealerships, at other dealerships. I would locate that car. Once you found the car, call the customer, say, hey, one of our sister stores has the exact vehicle you guys are looking for. Now, before we go ahead and get that car from them, I wanted to just make sure you're interested, and we do have to have an appointment before we go get the car. So when would be the best day and time for you to come in and take a look? And once they do that, schedule the appointment. Make sure to tell them what color it is. So make sure to tell them all the features on the car. Am I missing anything? And then go ahead and schedule the appointment. And then, go grab the car, take one of your cars to them, however you guys want to do the exchange. All right, so James wants to know, how do I sell the appointment over the phone and not the car? I guess, the customer's asking all these questions. Does it have this, this, and this? He pretty much wants you to paint a picture of the car to him, and it's really hard to do over the phone. Obviously you know about the car, but you don't know everything, and it's really hard to answer all those questions, so he feels overwhelmed. Now, if you guys want your comments answered, I'll give you a little shout out like I'm doing here for James. I'll answer your comments, so make sure to comment down below, and I will get to it and make a video on it. I'm gonna try to do like 3 comments a day or a video. And so how to sell the appointment and not the car. What I would do is I would write down all the information, okay, anything else you need, and I would start taking notes. Now, is this your cell phone number? Great. And I would go out there, I would take pictures of the stuff that he wants to see. So if it's, does it have alloy rims? Does it have a backup camera? I would go out there, and as I'm out there looking at the car, touching the car, know it's here, I would not only send some very attractive pictures of the front and the back and everything, but I would confirm that all the features are on the car, and I would do it the right way. And once you do that, you pretty much sell the car through text. He's like, okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. He doesn't have to paint a picture. It's harder to paint a picture. You can just snap one, and that's gonna work out a lot better. So I would take down all the notes, ask if this is a cell phone, if I can send him pictures of the car, and he's gonna like that a lot more than the information or just you answering his question. So send him pictures, confirm all the features that he wants, make sure to take notes, go, and then set the appointment. Once he saw the car, it's exactly what he wants. If it's not, perfect, then you can go find something else that works better for him. So that's how I'd handle that. I would just take the notes. I wouldn't try to do it all on that one phone call. It's okay to take notes, hang up the phone, and then call back. So that's what I would do. I would just get all the notes, all the information, and go confirm it on the car, and then shoot him text, pictures, and stuff like that over the phone. He's probably at work or something, so he'll really appreciate me just sending him pictures of the phone. It'll actually make his day more exciting, go by faster, and he'll go ahead and make an appointment with you. So I wouldn't do it all on that one phone call. It's overwhelming. You don't sound, you're not as fluent. Take down all the notes and go confirm it on the car. All right, you guys, so I've had a couple people asking me, Tony, let us know how we hold gross. Now, holding gross is a bunch of different things that you do that are gonna add up, and then always have the right answer for all these objections that they have. So the first thing that you wanna do is you do wanna take the customer out to their car, and you want to walk around their car with them and tell them how nice their car is. The reason why you tell them how nice their car is because when you give them $500, they're like, oh, if he thought it was nice. He told me that's a really nice car. These are really reliable. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I really like Honda Civics. And when you tell them you like their car and then give them $500, it's a lot better. They'll accept it rather than, oh man, where's this dent from? Ah man, these tires are worn out. They're gonna be like, I can get more somewhere else. This guy's just a car salesman. So tell them you like their car, but also walk around and touch little areas. Feel the AC. If you see any lights on, ask them, hey, what's this light? Is it anything serious or anything I should know about? Question them a little bit, but also tell them it's a nice car so they'll accept what you give them, and they'll appreciate, you saying that. So that's from the car. When value exceeds price, that's when you hold gross. When the value of you, the dealership, when you're very trustworthy, you put yourself in the customer's shoes, you listen, you find the right car, you bring emotions really high. That's how you hold gross. When they start using logic, thinking about, oh, how much is this, this, and this, that means there's not too many emotions involved. People buy with emotions, and if you want it to be a numbers game, you're not gonna make any gross, so you have to get emotions very high. You have to listen to, exactly what they want. You have to depreciate their car, build value in your car. So depreciate theirs, build value in yours, and this middle part's gonna be the gross. And what you do is build value in everything. The car that you're selling, depreciate their car a little bit in a nice, surprisingly unconfrontational way. Just build value, even service. Walk them over to service. This is where you get your oil changes. You pull in there. Here's our service area. If you guys need bathrooms over here, just make it a great experience. When they feel that great experience, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy today. I like this place a lot. And people buy from people they like and places they like. So in terms of holding gross, this is something that I like to use when I hold gross. If there's a problem with their trade, well, take in mind, miss, yeah, we're taking your car in for $5,000, but we still have to bring it through the shop. Our certified technicians that we pay a lot of money will have to do work to it, so we have to leave a little bit of room to, after we take it in for $5,000, we might own it for $6,500 or even $7,000, and then hopefully sell it and make a little bit of profit on it. So explain to them what you have to do, the whole process, and then when it comes to the car that you're selling, you can explain, yeah, maybe the car's worth that if you were to buy it on Craigslist or something like that, but the reason why people come to a dealership is because we bring it through our shop and we do this, this, and this. So now you're saying you have to pay less for their car because you have to tack on, and you have to pay more for our car because we have to tack on, and that leaves a big gap. If it's $1,000 shop bill for their car, you can give them $1,000 less, and then $1,000 shop bill for our car, they'll pay a little bit more to get that reliability, something that's not going to break. Everybody wants to make a smart decision, so that's one technique that I use. Also, like in terms of holding gross, when you're picking the car, you have to build excitement. To do that, you guys picked a perfect time to come in. The reason why, yeah, we just took this car in like super cheap. Like, have you guys ever heard of like the dealership didn't give you enough money for your trade-in? Yeah, well, that's what we did. Like, we got this car in like super cheap, and they're laughing like, yeah, books out for this much, but we're selling it for this much. So let's say it's a $15,000 car. That's what you're selling it for. This car books out for around $16,000 to $17,000. So we took it under what it's worth. Now, obviously, we have a lot of cars in this lot. We have almost 500 cars. The reason why I brought you to this car, and then start to build your value. And start, explaining why you brought them to that car, why it's a really good deal, why it's something that is one of a kind. You have to narrow narrow it down to one car and build tons of value. Make sure you pick the right car. Let them know how good of a price it is, however you want to explain it. Now, I think when it comes down to closing, persistence beats resistance all the time. So I keep rephrasing the same sentence over and over. I always drive people towards payment. And I don't say numbers too much. So depending on how much you put down, and I'm showing them, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, let's say. So I'll say, depending on how much you put down, I don't say the numbers. We got 60, 72, and 75 payments, rather than, what sounds better? We have 60, 72, and 75 months, or we have 60, 72, and 75 payments. My manager, put the pressure on your manager, wants to know which one fits you the best. And then go quiet. Don't say anything, you guys. And then the first person to talk obviously loses. You've heard that before. So you just wait, and then you look at them. You're not buying the car, so just be confident. It's not a big deal. Look at them. Their emotions are shaking their head. Don't say anything still when they start saying, oh, okay, it's too much, or whatever. Then you go, oh, okay, what's too much? Was it the out the door number or the monthly payment? And then, okay, it's the monthly payment, it's too high. That's a good sign. So then they're concentrate on the monthly payment. Oh, okay. So a line that I would like to use is, now guys, take in mind, you guys are putting no money down. If they're putting no money down, you guys are financing the whole car, your tax, transfer your tag, everything like that. So with no money down, financing the whole entire car, that's gonna lift your payment up. Obviously, the more you put down, the lower your payment. Were you guys comfortable putting any money down? And obviously, if you know they're not comfortable, you can still ask that question. They'll be like, no, we really didn't want to put any money down. Okay, so 0 down. So, I mean, with no money down, the payment is going to be a little bit higher. Maybe you guys could save somewhere else. I mean, I did want to sell you guys something that you liked. If I knew your payment was trying to be there, I probably would have showed you a different car, but I just wanted to show you the car that you guys came in for. So that's why I picked this car. But if I knew you were trying to be at that payment, I would have went to a little bit of a less vehicle. Just explain that you showed them that car because that's what they wanted to see. If you knew that's where their payment had to be, you probably wouldn't have showed them that vehicle. And find other places that they can save money. You know, if they have great credit, you could switch them to a lease and explain a lease very well. Explain how a lease is, you know, financing a car 6 year and a lease is 3 year, okay? So it's like financing the car for 3 years. And after the 3 years, they have no negative equity, which never happens during financing. But at the end of the 3 years, they can either trade in their car, get another vehicle, or they can go ahead and purchase their car. So people lease to buy all the time. Because take in mind, when you're financing a car, you don't own it until it's paid off anyway. So I would hold a lot of growth switching people to a lease. Remember guys, you can save on insurance. So you can, now this is a new car, it has more safety features. A lot of the time your insurance will go down. How much do you guys pay for insurance right now? If they pay $100 a month, you got to go to another way to close them. But you never want to touch the payment. You really want to stay away from the payment. Can you guys save over here? You guys are saving roughly around $25 a week on gas, which at the end of the month, that comes out to $100. So, you know, your current payment's $350. The one we're at right now is $460. So it's not a big difference when you take in mind your gas savings. So there's so many different kind of closes, from lowering their insurance to explaining the savings in gas to explaining a lease. So many different things like that. So I hope you guys pick something up from this video. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think, and let me know what I can answer next, or if I didn't touch up on anything that you guys wanted me to about holding.